All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Austin Armadillos. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
We're going to start. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. And we're pretty quiet.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Switch. Oh, lady.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Let's go. 50, plant. 49. Go. Check 20, go.
On second down now, it's Coleman. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Leo. He's coming.
They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I'm going to come back to you.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Look at me. Go. Switch. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Anderson. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Cooper was the target there. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept. That throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
50 miles. 5. Hey, check. Mike, 50.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Andrew Billings. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now a play fake here on first down. Completes it to Watt. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold, complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Hey, Zoo.
Again, Darnold. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check it out, read. Check it back.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check.
third and long, it's Darnold to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Badgley's kick is good. And it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll look to throw here. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Hey, wahoo! 49 to Mike, watch 49. You run. 49, guys. Mike.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 38, Darnold. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. They get 14 yards there and a first down. Now Gordon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
50, Mike's 50. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Strong right. You know, young lady. Check 4.
On second and 12, Darnold. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's Coleman. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
What are you doing? You can't get past me.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll look to throw, and he connects with Vance McDonald. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 7. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That throw into the arms of Allen. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Hey, 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 50. 50's the mic, 50's the mic. Hey, I'm coming after you, I'm coming after you. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the pass.
To throw again on second down. Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike 50, huh? You Bravo. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Okay. Go.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Melvin Gordon. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it complete to Anderson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, the offense can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam off. Bang, 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 bang.
Back to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Steelers.
Come on.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19.
25, check 25. Hey, echo.
Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Go on.
Rashid. Jim.
Throw.
Slam.
Hey, Orbit.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the screen.
Snap.
Now back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
That's our own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set up.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Handoff, Coleman, right side. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Coleman now. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. Rip left.
Hey, my 7.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Faking the give, Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and goal.
Go now. 18 Gator.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
You draw Corker. Snap.
They're going to look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, lock it. Bam, bam.
Check, check, check.
Hey, do.
Check 37.
5.
2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Austin. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey.
Motion.
Hey, rock it. Rock it. You're out.
So we got man. Check.
Topper.
Check 31. Kill. Watch that.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, exit. Set, go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Mike 50. You're trapped. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A terrific running there to start the drive as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go!
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check 3, check 3. Check, lucky.
Hey, wahoo! Ready?
Back to throw here. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
6 guys, 6'6", bullet high. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
61, matchbox, white.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead.
Check, 4 down. Switch. Hey, switch gears. Tighten up.
22 jet bomber. Snap.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Drop deep, drop deep. Young lady. Get one. Motion. Mark. 55 is mark, guys. 55. Ready. Watch the run.
Hey, Delta.
55.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Here we go. Ready. Check 24. Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up. Here we go.
Darnold now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Tevin Coleman. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused it.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Hey, Charlie.
To try again after the sack. Darnold. And he's going to go down again. Brandon Graham in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Darnold, he's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Steelers, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Austin, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.